Hey everyone, how's it going out there? And call out, Dave.
Oh.
All righty, so a couple of things here, even before I do the roll call here, I want to mention everybody. Starting in November, I'm going to run a 5-minute countdown, and I'm going to start 5 minutes early. The reason is I've noticed that YouTube is putting commercials most of the time at the beginning of my live streams, and that gives everyone a chance to watch it, and they can support me by watching, or just, come 5 minutes early, watch it, know they got 5 minutes to do something before the live stream's actually going to start. And that way I can help, All right, so with that out of the way, now that my commercial's out of the way, all right, let's say hi to everybody sitting here. First in was Lori Jean, Prairie Rider, followed by Cecilia Jansen. And scroll on down here, and Michael 58. And we had Jay. And Ricky Geeks in the house. Woohoo. Nope, you haven't missed anything yet. And all right, so today we're going to try to keep it simple and talk about keeping it simple. So I got my Boy Scout hat on. So let's see what we have here coming up. Okay, now I call it Keep It Simple Survivor for a certain reason, but I've had in the preview people saying, no, it's keep it simple, stupid. Well, no, anybody that is here is not stupid. Everyone here has a reasonable, good amount of intelligence. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. So
ask my neighbors; they'll tell you I'm pretty dumb.
Yeah. So we're just going to keep it simple and talk about some of the things that people overdo instead of keeping it simple, and it actually comes back to bite them in the butt, or the back, or the foot. Remember, guys, I want to talk about footwear. That just reminded me. So we just got a couple things here to talk about. So what are we talking about? What are we going to keep it simple? Well, everything. Because if you overdo everything, you're going to get nothing done. All right. So backpacks. Everybody knows about backpacks. And I went, oh, bigger is better. Bigger is better. I can put more stuff in it. I can be more tactical. I can have 4,000 rounds of ammunition in my backpack. And
You can tell he has no weight in there.
yeah,
Think with that one.
yeah, these are stuff with newspaper to keep them puffed up. But these are out there,
Oh yeah.
which are even it boggles my mind.
I got an old Marlboro backpack back here. It's a hiking backpack. That's a 68-liter backpack. I don't use it for anything other than to carry groceries home. Because for survival situations, it's too dang big. I can put 120 pounds worth of groceries on it. I ain't carrying that much weight if I have to bug out.
Right.
I'm going light and fast.
Okay, Tibor's in the house. Woohoo! And so is Maccabeus Off-Grid Everyday Survival.
And Urban Grandpa.
And Urban Grandpa just slid in here. Cool. All right, so yeah. So if these backpacks are too big, what is keeping it simple? A nice, small, easy to carry backpack that blends in. It's not all camouflage. Because if you're in the city, you don't want a camouflage backpack because that goes, ooh, look at that guy. He's got something special in there. And you only want it big enough to carry what you need to get you to wherever you need to go to immediately. Hey, Kaylin.
Hi, Rusty Tradition.
Yeah, Rustic Tradition Homestead's in here too. Yep. Okay. Everyone's sliding in here while I'm looking at my slides and checking my notes. So, backpacks and stuff are, you can overdo it really easy, and you'll be hurting. Oh, let's talk bug out vehicles. Everybody's got to have the coolest, baddest bug out vehicle.
I just like that because I like the way it looks.
Oh yeah, this does look cool.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's got the window shade. It's got the curtains inside and everything else. They've bumped out the sides a little bit. Yeah. And this is at least a one ton, if not a ton and a half.
It's also 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
It's a 40 Econoline 1-ton 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. So it's it looks cool, but what sort of looks are you going to get if you're trying to get away? Everybody's going to be zeroing in on that.
Hey, look, if I'm driving that, they can look all they want because I won't be alone. And there'll be more than just one pew-pew in a window.
Yep.
There'll be multiple pew-pews in windows. I won't be worried about it. But I would change one thing on that.
What?
See them tires on there? Those are standard tires. If I'm going to build something like that, I'm getting a hold of a set of military air-free tires.
Yep.
They take no air. They're not solid rubber, but they take no air. You can run over them, you can blow them up, and unless you blow a solid chunk out of it, you're still going down the highway.
Yep. All right, and then there's the customized stuff, and then of course the Mad Max version.
I told you not to put the picture from your garage in this. You didn't listen. Guys, that's his personal bug out vehicle right there.
But so if all these are going over to extreme, what would be keeping it simple? Well, you think, you look at the colors on these, you got, the color tones. I mean, it stands out, especially if you're in the city.
Yeah.
Now this one here is more subdued. It's not all camouflage paint, but it's one color, and it would stand out color-wise a little bit. But what would I say to get? Something nice and gray, maybe a plain brown, something that doesn't draw people's attention to it. Ooh, and now we're going to the pew-pews.
Okay, I'm going to disappear for a minute before I lose my mind.
Yes, so I found the most ridiculous ones I could find.
That you did.
Hey, we got scopes, we got infrared lights, we got starlights on here, we got green lasers, we got everything. And we have even more on this one. And as Steve at Corsair's trainer is always saying, don't be a tactical fool. You know, you want to be stuff. So what, you know, we see all this. What was that?
I said,
Spend all the money. Yeah,
money.
Exactly. You pile all the stuff for this to be able to hit something 800 yards out. Well, if you think back in the day,
Hi, Courtney.
guys using this were shooting 900 to 1,100 yards.
Hey, Mary Beth.
So this is simple. Hey, you got your adjustable sight here, and you got adjustable back and forth. And hey, these the old school rifles in the hands of someone who actually goes out and uses it and practices with it, you know, they're phenomenal what they can do with them. So now that I run through my little short list here, we're going to be taking suggestions from the side chat here on what you guys think people are what are they making overcomplicated instead of keeping it simple when it comes to preparedness. And I mentioned earlier about shoes, because I've seen guys talking about, oh, this is the latest, greatest tactical comm boot, running boot, this, that, and the other. And I've heard some of the reviews, some people actually get them and say, about it's a piece of crap. It's uncomfortable. It takes, you can't, they don't break in. And it's, yeah.
Okay.
You want to see my, go ahead, Dave.
I'm going to show you the best boots that I have found outside of jungle boots from the military. These are Delta. And because of the way the sole is, it's curved. This is a pair for Charles. The way the sole is naturally curved, even in the sole, there's traction everywhere. It's cushioned. These, by far, are not cheap, but when it does come to boots, you will get what you pay for. If you want solid footwear, I suggest Deltas. The outside is Cordura, and you will get what you pay for. If you buy Walmart cheap crap, they're going to wear out and fall apart. I speak from experience.
Yep, I can speak to experience on that too.
There's only 2 pair of boots that I've ever bought, and the one begins with a W, and I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah. All right, we got some stuff here in the side chat. Let's see what we got going on here. Lori said circle of death. Maccabeus says
What wasn't going that?
Okay. Lori says cookware. People, oh, I gotta have the most up-to-date. It has to be name brand too. It can't be an off-brand. It's got to be name brand. Jet Boil. I'm losing some of the names of the other ones out there. And I got to have one of those fancy knife sporks that has everything on it. You know, spoon on one end and the fork and knife on the other end.
See, the problem with my big old meat hooks is if there's a knife at this end and a spoon at this end, while I'm trying to grab something with this spoon, I'm cutting my hand with the knife end. I don't like those.
And yeah,
Goodwill, 75 cents.
Yeah.
Dollar
Can't
store.
find the spoon.
Yeah. Oh, and Courtney put one up here. What about all the different types of bags you need? Your bug out bag, your get home bag, your inch bag, your this bag, that bag.
I have a playlist with bags in it. So if you want to get confused, go watch it.
Yeah.
Because I deliberately put different bags in that playlist to educate people that you don't need the largest bag.
Yeah.
That bag back there, that red one and the black one are both 55 quart, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
The medical bag is 36 pounds. The black one is 42 pounds at the moment because I have to replace 2 items, and that'll get it back down to about 30 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I hear people saying, oh, this bag is different than a bug out bag because this is for this particular situation. And this one's even different than those two because it's for this particular situation.
Guys, I want to show you what's my. I could buy all the bug out vehicles I want.
Let me make it big. Hang on. Boom. Bicycle.
Okay, bicycle. You could
With
buy a whole.
saddlebags.
Yeah, buy a whole bunch of bicycles. Got saddlebags, so there's no pressure on your back. Your sleeping bag's right on top, and just pedal on by, and you can carry enough saddlebags for the bike. And you can carry the bike, hook the saddlebags, toss the saddlebags over whatever obstacle, and then drag or float your bicycle across the river or pond. Let's see you do that with a 3-ton truck.
Yep.
Put it on your back, cross the river with it.
If I'm going to build a bug out vehicle, knowing the route I have to travel, I will make sure it can cross any creek or river I need to cross because I will plan my route accordingly.
Right. But would you use a bicycle if you have to, Dave?
As far as I have to go, no, there's no way. I'd never make it.
Okay,
There's
let me
too
get
many
back up
hills
here.
in the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
Freaky Geek put up something here.
Let's see what he says.
Yeah, just make sure the soles are thick and sturdy for long walks, and make sure you have the good cushiony insole so you don't get. And also make sure you have the right size, proper socks so you don't get blisters. Not
Right.
having to. But
Did we get Tim?
Keep it simple. Get the right one to begin with. Don't worry about going out and spending $350 on a special boot.
Same with bags. That red bag got from Doc Bones and Nurse Amy, that was $106. That black bag was $14 at Walmart.
Yeah, but the one from Doc Bones and Nurse Amy has just what essentials you need. Doesn't have a bunch of fluff you don't need.
That didn't come loaded. Not from them.
It didn't come loaded?
No, a loaded bag from them is $800.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
And I've got stuff in there that they don't put in there. So I've got a surgeon's kit that they don't put in.
Yeah.
They don't put in a BP cuff. They don't put in certain other things that I have in there. But, it's just me. I went overboard on that medical kit.
And I think Tim Fergal sneaked in. So let's say hello to everybody. Tim Fergal.
Hey, Tim. So I like what Jay says. Basically, certain rifles supposed to reach out to 800 yards. However, the shooter being able to do it, some of us, that's a different story. All right.
Okay. Yeah. I can
All right.
I take these off. I can do it. I have to. If I wear these, my eyes actually get crisscrossed halfway down the rifle.
Yeah. Okay. So Jay likes his rock. I used to wear Rockies when I worked for the sheriff's department. Yeah, those are good boots. Prairie Rider said mucklucks. I'm playing catch up here, guys. Grandpa Urban Prepper, Swiss Army knife. There's the basic Swiss Army knife, which is useful, has a couple things on it. And then there's the one that's so friggin' it's about 4 inches thick with so many tools on it, you can't use it. Hang on.
My Swiss Army. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Dave, yours is?
Mine.
Yeah. Plain and simple.
I have a big one, and I have a little one, and I have a smaller one, and then on the bag carries the beast.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Cooking utensils stuff right there. Caitlin says she got an 8-inch cast iron pan, for $4 at the thrift store. Okay, let's see here. I just jumped a whole bunch. Let me get back here. Yeah, I'm trying to do it because there's good stuff. Yeah. Tim says he bought a pair of cheap shoes at Walmart, treated them with leather conditioner right off, and he got a spring and a summer out of them.
Sounds about right for Walmart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a pair of cheap ones that I've put over 220 miles on.
All right. Anything else on there, Al, besides the knife, the fork, and the can opener and spoon?
No, that's it. Keep
Those
it
four
simple.
things. That's a simple. multi-tool knife type
One
thing.
thing
He
that
doesn't
was
have
really missing.
4 things. That's all you needed.
What, Dave?
I said, is the can opener hook offset or straight in line?
Offset.
Okay, never mind. Then. I'll shut up.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, T-Roar has a good one here. He says his pack weighs 27.5 pounds. Has everything he needs. Let me scroll down here.
Well, see, there's one thing I add to my pack. If I can pull it up. Most don't add to theirs, and that's this stuff.
Yeah.
I have some for Charles and me because we will be going through cold weather. So we need something to lay between us and the ground. If we're in a tent or in a hammock, I'll be in a hammock, he'll be in a tent to make sure our body heat doesn't leak out below us.
All right. Urban Grandpa Prepper has a good question here. Do you prefer main roads or back roads to get to your spot?
Back roads. Keep it
So
simple.
Dave has back roads. When I'm, thing is, the house I'm at here in California is 794 miles away from the house in Idaho. I can't go back roads all the way. Also don't plan to wait until the last minute either. Okay. Scroll this up
Let's see.
here.
It's
Rock.
Narrow and WD Glock and Rolls here.
Hey.
Narrow Way Farms.
Hey, Narrowway. Hey, WD.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Narrow Way.
So, Mary Beth bought boots at Goodwill, added insoles to them, going on 5 years. And then if you get a good pair of boots, they'll last for a long time. My Red Wings, oh, geez. The last pair I got was 6 years ago, and I probably still have another 5 years left on them.
Rocket stoves.
Okay, I'm losing it here. Sorry, Swiss. Too many. Okay.
Like I said, folks, if you want to see simplicity, if you're doing the backpacking or bug out thing, is this one. It's kind of dated like Uncle Al. It's really old. Sorry.
Hey, old school stuff, believe it or not, has better information in there because they're not trying to be all tactical and putting all the latest and greatest stuff, which really doesn't have much test mileage on it. Hang on.
Okay,
Yeah.
you see at the cooking equipment for simple, you have butane stoves, you have liquid stoves, you have alcohol. I think the other one was general purpose. That's the newer butane one. This is the old mini stove kind of. I forgot the other gas they use next to butane. I forget.
Butane propane mix.
Yeah.
They're used a lot.
And then everybody remember the old Peak 1 series, right?
Yeah.
Gil and Dave, the flame burners.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's why I don't have eyebrows anymore. I do now, but.
Yeah. Okay. Tim's asking, what's my view on rocket stoves? For a fixed location, they're not bad.
I got one that I got in a battle box. It weighs 8 pounds. It is steel, virtually bulletproof. Will last virtually forever if I take care of it. But is it something I want to lug in a backpack to bug out with? No. Because that extra 8 pounds, I can put 4 bags of food inside my backpack. Now, if I'm going to go camping, or if I'm or already know where I'm going to be, and I have a way to take it without burdening myself, then yeah, I'll take it and use that to cook with because it is highly efficient.
Yeah. There's been several videos out there on taking regular number 10 can or a number 8 can or some of the other ones and making your own homemade rocket stove that you once you use it, you take it apart, put it back, pack it all back up, and pack it away.
Here, I'll go get it. I'll be right back.
It's I have some. I'll have to show it. I have some little a little one that's not exactly a rocket stove, but it works on the same principle. So you put all your sticks and twigs and stuff inside of it, and then it has airflow comes in around it, and it's a backpacker's one, so it's really light. Oh, Martha's here, old school prepper.
Yep.
And it works really good. I've used it at Scout Camp, and
Yep.
just to see how well it works, and it works good. Yeah, rocket stoves. Like I said, if that's your thing, personally, I don't. A good rocket stove is too big and too heavy to pack with you. You take something other. If you're out, if you want having something for your bug out bag to go, that if you have your vehicle and you can pack something on your vehicle, hey, yeah. But if I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to have one of those 5-pound propane tanks on there and the Coleman 2-burner stove.
Hi, Michelle P. And hi, Bob. That's Bob942.
Yeah. He just put out a video today too.
If you want to look and see what kind of rocket stove this is, you can go to BattleBox's website. There's a bunch of other people who have done the Hellfire rocket stove. It's heavy, and as you can tell by the dust on it, it doesn't get touched very often. But that is an option.
Yeah.
But you don't want to have to carry that.
Yeah. Kaylin says, click it right here so it doesn't roll. She has an $8 pocket rocket knockoff from Amazon. Uses the isobutane gas cans. So basically, it's sort of yeah. I would actually, Kaylin, let me see, are you did I blue wrench you yet? I have to go to the other one, bring it up elsewhere to check it.
She's a mod.
She's a mod. Hey, if you can, Kaylin, if you can find the link to that and throw the link in there for everybody, I'd appreciate that. On StreamYard, I can't see whose blue wrenches. I got to have a.
That's the nice thing about having both my laptops working. I can see now.
Yeah. All righty. All right, so we caught up on things people can overcomplicate instead of keeping it simple. Same gas as the jet boil. Yeah, okay, got that. Which means you can also, if it takes the same gas and the same thread things on it, you can also get one of the big canisters instead of the little ones, which is more economical to get the big one.
LV has a question.
Yep,
yeah.
Get to the BioLite stove. While the ability to charge electronics while burning something is very nice, you're also paying for a name now. When they first came out, when they did their Kickstarter, their prices were supposed to be reasonable. Seeing as how they've exploded in popularity, the demand is ultra high. They have a very low supply of it, so their prices have gone through the roof comparatively to other stoves.
Yeah.
Once their patent runs out on that, the prices will come down because there will be more competition. Yeah. But on that same note, there is 2 companies in China and Japan producing knockoffs of the BioLite stoves that will charge as you have a fire burning. I do not recommend those. I had one that was sent to me. I started fire inside, turned on unit went.
Yeah. Okay, Tibor has a good point here. The butane, propane, isopropane, isobutane stoves at high altitude, or the canister's really cold, they don't work too good. That's why all your high altitude backpackers use the white gas stoves. The little backpacking white gas with a little red canister thing about that big, and yeah.
Most of them don't actually take anything that requires cooking.
Yeah.
Granola mixes and stuff like that that require no cooking at all.
Yeah. Okay. So, hey, Blue Healer.
Hey, Blue.
Yeah. So, T-War likes, talks about, it says they're awesome, but they're pricey. They're great for car camping. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like my Hellfire down here. If I have a vehicle, I'm going somewhere, it's perfect for it because I ain't worried about the weight.
Yeah.
But I also, in one of my playlists, the old channel playlist, I do believe that I uploaded a video of a homemade stove made out of a coffee can that I made. It's not hard. It's pretty simple. If I can make it, y'all can make it.
All right. All righty. Let's see. Kaylin says alcohol stoves for high altitude as well.
Right. And I showed that before and earlier. It's the big ring one.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ways that when you actually start looking at what you have, that things are made complicated that don't need to be complicated. And one of the things that kind of gets me is everyone goes, "Oh, you're nuts! You don't know what you're talking about." Phones. You about need to have a 2-inch thick owner's manual for some of these new phones to learn how to do all the crap that's on them.
Not me. I take instruction book and go, and within 1 hour, I know everything I need to know about that phone. But also, I've been playing with electronics since over half of you were born. Since before over half of you were born.
Yeah.
I've been programming computers since 1977. So for me, it doesn't take me but a few minutes to understand the electronics I'm messing with.
Yeah. But guys like me, it's like, give me my old flip phone. The only thing I want new on it is an actual keyboard for typing.
Well, see, if you get a newer one that's got Bluetooth, you can get a Bluetooth keyboard so you can actually use it that way.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I'm used to the dinosaur on the wall. It has a cord, and you put the phone next to your ear, and you press the button or dial it, and you hang it up. That's it. It doesn't look at you. It doesn't take pictures. It doesn't say, "Do you want service, sir?" No, shut up.
Well, Mary Beth, actually, you're not far off. The best fire pit to make is what is called a Dakota hole.
Yeah.
It is virtually smoke-free, and it's very easy to put out in a hurry if necessary. I can't make one here, or I would make a video of making one, because I don't have a place to do it. But there are hundreds of videos on it. It is called a Dakota hole.
Or Dakota fire pit.
Yep.
And if you want to learn a cheater way, you get one of those electric postal diggers. You drill one hole and you drill another hole 6 inches away, even them up, and you take the dirt in between out below the
Go
surface.
down, all the way across. Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Let me go ahead and I got to give me a second. I'm going to do the old save thing. I got to save it and I'll blow it up as a big one here. There it goes. And let me go and zoom in on it. So you dig your one hole. You have a wind block here. Your fire down here. The air comes in here. This acts as a combustion chamber then. And so you get a more cleaner fire, so you get less smoke coming up. But then, like I say, you build it near a tree to disperse the smoke through the branches of the trees, so it hides it.
Right, so you don't have this big white plume coming out from the ground.
If it's a bug out situation, the last thing you want to do is send smoke signals to the people near you.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and here's a colorful one. But all you need to do is Dakota fire pit, and these images will come up. And here's one showing it in use. So there's the input, the intake one, and it's coming across, and there's coming up. So there's a lot of different. See, the air's just coming in here and blowing out there, and it acts like when you're blowing on a fire through a tube, how the fire flames up really hot and the smoke disappears. That's what it helps does. Now you can make an imitation one, which is sort of like a rocket stove.
Right. Out of number 10 cans.
Yeah, and so same principle is the air is coming in the side, combustion chamber, and cleaner, less smoke exhaust is coming up.
Oh, that reminds me of something. Everybody was asking me why I use a copper tube on this thing. And everybody asked me where I get the cotton sash. They use it for drapes. It's a cotton sash from a craft store. Second reason why I use this, it's easier to hold the cord. I'm old. So I could put the churro, the rock or sparky rod right underneath it. Excuse me. And I just spark it up and that's it. And it's lit. And if I want to cheat, I use a little Uncle Al's helper on top of it. And it'll burn. Now, once I take this out and it's burning, I have both ends threaded. So I could hook up to other pieces of pipe. And what do I have? It's not a blowgun. My nephew keeps saying it's a blowgun. No, it's a blow tube.
It's a fire blow tube.
Right.
And so you don't burn your hair off.
I learned that a lot. That's why. Yeah.
Okay. Tibor was watching that video of the guy being stalked by a cougar. The thing is, what I found so interesting, the guy's out there in their habitat with nothing to protect himself, and he keeps on running away from the cougar and stopping, and the cougar keeps on stalking at him. And there's all these nice big baseball-sized rocks around.
Yeah, first thing you don't do is you don't try running from a feline that is chasing your butt.
No, dude, no.
Yeah. It will catch you, and it will jump as it does, and you will go face first in the dirt, and you're done.
Right.
You stop, you face it, you pick up rocks, and try and hit it in the face.
Yeah.
Or do like that one guy on the hiking trail. Get mad, go around, punch the lion in the face, and chase it for a quarter a mile yelling every derogatory term while throwing, like Dave says, rocks at it. And people are looking like, why is that half-naked man chasing that poor mountain lion, screaming every kind of bleep word at it? It was filmed. It was on YouTube, too. It was funny.
Yeah.
See, felines are different than bears. Bear, you play dead. Cats don't. Cats will still attack.
Oh, yeah, they like playing with dead things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just look at your house cat that likes to play with a dead mouse for 2 days. Play dead with a mountain lion, you're its toy.
Yeah.
Same with wolves. You don't back down from a wolf pack.
That's why I carry a 44. Now, another thing that drives me nuts, you see all these things, right?
What is that?
Emergency space blanket. All right?
Yeah.
That lady, is that lady in one? Oh, yeah, she is in one. I just can't see that
Yeah,
good.
she's wrapped in one, yeah.
All right? You see these at the Darla store. All right?
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't it be a lot more sense if you combined a poncho and a space blanket in one bag?
No.
You have one side, you have the poncho, and the other side, you have a space blanket.
Oh,
two separate things.
Two separate things in one bag.
Right.
Actually,
Survival's already done it.
Yeah, it's been done because I was going through some stuff out in the shop out here, seeing what I'm going to be hauling back up, and I go, oh wow, okay, I forgot I had this. It's a pack about that thick with a big old poncho, and it has a space blanket in there too.
Well, see, Titan Survival has actually made the two together. They have it's kind of like a whoopee, and if you've been in the military, you know what a whoopee is. For those who don't know what a whoopee is, it's basically a huge poncho that you can turn into a tent. On one side, it's camouflage. The other side, it's a Mylar space blanket. They've mated the two together, making it one item. It's durable. I've actually got two of them, so I know they work.
Yeah. Suburban Homestead, Wyoming. Hey, how you doing?
Yep. And also Breastard's in here too. I forget.
Yep.
I missed one person. Never go blind, folks.
Yep.
I think we catched up and caught everybody.
Yeah, we're caught up here on the chat here on my end here.
Right. You're coming in clear, Gil. Dave?
What?
Oh, good. For a little while, you guys came in a little crunchy sounding.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
Yes, SOL does have a Mylar poncho as well.
Yep.
Yeah. All righty. So,
Does it count if I eat mountain lion jerky?
mountain lion jerky.
Hey, I eat bears, mountain lions. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's the way certain things are, unless this is a total survival situation. Yeah, and even then, you still may get in trouble.
Yeah.
Now, things that
good old days where Uncle Alan can eat anything out there.
Yeah. Now, we've been talking a lot about bugging out, but what about just staying home and making it sense? Decomplicating some of the things that you need to be simple around the house.
Depends on where you live.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like me, living where I live, unfortunately, there's nothing simple about it.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's no way to simplify where I live unless everybody moves. Oh,
yeah.
Lord, please. Or let me move. Let me move. That would be better. But
I got 19 million people in California. I wanted to move out.
Yeah, I would like a bunch of those to move 300 miles due west.
Go to Montana.
No, 300 miles due west in rubber dinghy.
That's designed to float for 200.
Canada?
No, due west, out in the middle of the Pacific.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
In a rubber dinghy that is only designed to last 200 miles.
Uh-huh.
In other words, take a long walk off a short pier, people.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
like lemmings.
Yep. I think if one actually started, they'd all fall in line.
Could be. I have to apologize to the people of Texas for all the evil Californians moving to Arizona and Texas. We didn't want them. They went over there.
Yeah, Jay, you're pretty correct. In some areas, excuse me, there are certain people who, if they get out in the woods, they won't last one night. They're going to be screaming for their mommies, and they're going to be people in their 60s screaming for their mommies because they've never been outside the city. They have no clue how to deal with the noise at night.
No, or the darkness. You ever notice that, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
When city people go out into a true dark area, they freak out.
Yeah, they got to have lights.
Yeah, and then when they look up, they're like, "What's that?" It's called stars.
That's called the Milky Way if you're in a dark enough area. And if it's a daytime situation, we're all going to see the Milky Way because there's not going to be any light pollution.
Except here, I got smoke pollution. Ask Gil.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly. Many people moving from the East Coast and West Coast without seeing the house in person. It's great. Yeah, they buy it from pictures only.
Yeah, they haven't lived through the winter. I always loved that.
The true separating stone between men and boys.
Yeah, go live through a Montana winter with 40 sheep with you. That'll change your calling. I had to bring on all the lambs with me into my little cabin. Hey, you spend 72 hours with a bunch of sheep pooing all over the place. You'll learn how to live.
Jay, if I was out there and I didn't have my CPAP, like they said at the one camp out, they thought two grizzly bears were fighting in my tent.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
but tasty.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why Steve is always saying Wolverines.
Always.
You shoot them in the head with a 30-30. You skin them, great fur, and you barbecue them with Korean barbecue sauce. Number one.
You need to send me some more. I'm out.
All right.
Like I said, I like to eat things.
Yeah. There was someone's comment. I'm trying to remember what it was, but getting back to it, to what my reply was going to be. Back up there in Idaho, the power has gone off several times. It's not the end of the world. It's just that there's things going on and the power's going. And you know, the simple things I have up there are a bunch of those little blue that I show a lot, the little blue Harbor Freight flashlights that I get for free on the coupon when I buy a tarp or whatever else. And I had a bunch of those up there. My daughter was using those. She goes, "Where are the big camping lanterns? I can't find them."
See, what I'm actually hoping for is this winter. And I know it sounds kind of mean, sort of, kind of. But it's a good training exercise for me and Charles. That we lose power for about 4 days here. That way I can watch all these other people run around backcat crazy, trying to figure out how to A, stay warm, B, charge their electronics, because they can't live without their cell phones. I mean, the world will end if they can't text somebody. They'll be beating on my door. "Can you charge this?" "Nope, sorry, my batteries are dead. Sorry. Should have listened to me back when I told you to start buying shit." Excuse my French.
Yeah.
And I do have a power inverter on the way. It's a little Cobra 400 unit.
Cool.
All I got to do is get me a solar panel and controller, and I can start working on that part.
Yeah.
And I got to build it.
Yeah.
Tibor has it right. You guys are going to die. Look at my arms from last year's mosquito storm. I still got scars. And those are big field mosquitoes, too. Because we got patties out here for rice, oats. I'm not kidding. I got them all over my arms.
Okay, I'm going back out. I just noticed something in the chat here I missed. Jay was asking me a question. Which one won the fight?
Yeah, which bear? And
which bear won the fight? They both ran off when I woke up.
Can you hear me better?
Lori?
I had to turn my mic gain down because the neighbors were talking really loud, and I could hear it through the microphone into my headphones, so I didn't want y'all hearing it.
Right.
It wasn't exactly
pleasant conversation.
family.
Lori, on the wind farms and solar, I can understand. Wind farms are garbage because they kill 2 of our natural gas plants around here. So if Bakersfield or LA gets overstressed and the wind farm's not going, and after 5 o'clock, boom, we got a blackout here for 2 hours. Like, okay, those idiots in Bakersfield are partying it up.
Yep.
I gotta crank up the generator. Yeah, we're still hooked on gas and oil.
Yeah.
Courtney, Naked and Afraid is 90% theatrics. If you watch Naked and Afraid and believe 90% of what you're watching, you need to go see a psychiatrist.
Yep. The better one is go watch. Yeah.
It's designed to draw you in because there's 2 naked people standing on the screen.
Right.
They're blurred out.
And blurred out.
Yeah,
not funny.
That's not the point. I mean,
yeah,
it's supposed to be the ultimate survival. No, it ain't.
Yeah.
Go see Alone. Now that's good TV. Get a fish hooked through the hand. There's something chasing you, and it's a Wolverine. And then here you are with a bow and arrow trying to hit the Wolverine, and you're half starved.
No, I got this right here. Yeah, I carry that. If I go out in the woods, this goes with me. It's got a tungsten carbide tip on each end. And if poked into something, it will cut it wide open. And it weighs about 4 pounds.
Oh,
So
that's
when I
good.
swing it, it ain't going to crack a skull.
True.
I ain't worried. But see, that there's another thing too. There's a difference between some of us who've grown up in the woods, played in the military. You lose your fear of being out there. If you have fear at all, you need to address that before this event happens. Pray to God it never does. But if you have a fear of something, you better address it before anything happens.
Yep.
Because the first thing that's going to happen, if you haven't got a mental state that's capable of dealing with the stress that you're about to endure, you will freeze like a deer in the headlights.
And
the minute
die
you
horribly.
freeze, you're done.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Oh,
right, going to the side chat here, guys. All right, the keyboard has said, Hurricane Ike blew his power for 7 days. People across the road couldn't even make coffee.
I can.
wait.
Al,
Yeah.
what was your favorite drink in the morning? I forget.
Coffee.
Coffee. Yours coffee. So you're stuck with it. Mine was water. So I don't have to worry about it. I don't drink coffee. I know I'm a barbarian.
Nope. I got this. It's an espresso coffee maker. I got an oil lamp like you have, Gil.
Uh-huh.
I
Goes
got
right
a
on top of it.
tripod. Put the oil burner on the bottom. There, I got 1 cup of espresso coffee I cut with hot water. And then I use hot water to shave, and I got my coffee.
Lori put out here that she lived through an ice storm in Montreal, 6 weeks with no hot water or power, and she at least had heat and barbecue so she could boil water and cook.
Yep.
All right, what else we got here? Playing catch up again.
One thing I do want to find, I want to find me a machine shop somewhere so I can make this little 3-foot stick into a 6'6" stick. So it makes.
You're going to have an attachment, or are you going to do wood?
No, I'm going to make it out of aluminum and anodize it so it's black.
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
Because then it'll be a bow staff. And I have had training with a bow staff, although I am slightly rusty.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to throw something up here in a second. You guys talk. I'm going to look something up here to show you guys something here.
Okay.
Talk. All right.
Oh, Kelly stoves are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And people who doesn't realize what's a Kelly stove, it's a little. How can you best describe it, Dave? It's a thermos and a rocket stove.
Mm-hmm. That's wrapped.
Yeah, that's the Kelly stove. It's very interesting.
Okay. Go ahead. I just finally found. I'm just getting it set up here now.
No problem.
And Tibor, you're correct. A lot of people can't deal with, in some woods, if animals sense your presence, it gets deathly quiet. So quiet that people hear their own heartbeat.
They're either afraid of you or they're going to eat you. Or this.
Yep.
They're socialists.
I can agree with you. I've been to that thing many times.
All right, so let me throw this up here. We're talk about the stoves and stuff here, and you got the Kelpie. All right, so here's your Jetboil Mini Mo, $165. All right, yeah, with those fins in there, it'll heat up faster and everything. $165 versus this entire setup here with your fork, spoon, knife, your cup, your pot, 2 different pot things, and just a little simple backpacking stove there for $28. You can buy a lot of fuel for $28. I mean, from the difference between $28 and $165.
Right. I throw
A
everything
lot.
away except for the butane stove attachment. Everything else is useless.
Actually, this is a pretty good pot set here on it.
Hard
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah, I've used them up there.
I've got
They've had
something similar to it that I do actually have in the black backpack. I'm not digging it out at the moment, but it also came from a battle box, and it is a set similar to that. It's got a alcohol burner in it. It doesn't have the propane tip. It's got
Right.
an alcohol burner.
So, yeah, they have the. I mean, so the cup here is a 16-ounce stainless steel cup. That's pretty good. But the burner there, you know, you want just the burner part here. That's
Those are
you know,
anywhere from $5 to $10 depending on what site you're
Yeah,
buying
that's
from.
it.
yeah, exactly. And but it doesn't come with the base, or was it? Yeah, it doesn't come with that base. All it comes with is just the burner part there on the left, and you just screw it onto the thing. But you can buy those bases for like $3.
Right.
So
No, Jay.
And instead, you know, something else that works too, and it hasn't been brought up yet. It's a good old-fashioned military canteen kit.
Yep.
You got a canteen, you got a plate, you got a saucer,
yeah,
you got silverware, all built into one spot.
Yeah, the old meat cans.
Hey, Liberty.
Hi, Liberty, and Liberty Gardens here. Now, Jay said people look at him for weird when they said eating squirrels and rabbits. They haven't seen me eat dried frogs and squids yet, and my neighbors think I'm weird. Rabbits
Yeah,
and
that's
squirrels
close.
normal around here.
That's close.
this is close. Yeah. And so you got if it can be either frying pan or a plate to eat out of. You got your other plate, you got the cup, and you got a little pot, and that's $12.
Ah,
You know
jeez.
what? In a survival
One sec.
situation, that'll do you just fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
not have
Survive.
to have this top dollar stuff.
Yeah, it's not going to last you, 20 years using it every day. It's meant, a little cookout and once in a while and stuff like that. And that's the thing too, to check out whether your stuff here you're getting is simple. Your simple stuff is you're getting is going to work. Is hey, camp out in the backyard.
I can't.
I know you can't. You're in an apartment building. Hey, if you are in an apartment building and you can get to a one of the public parks where they do allow camping, something to test out so you can learn real quick. Okay, this worked. This didn't. And you work on fixing what you have.
Yeah.
And I agree, Jay. If I'm hungry, I don't care if they say it's endangered or not. If I'm hungry and that's the only thing to eat, it's dead.
Yep. Cats, dogs, lizards. Okay, genuine World War II meat can.
Yep. The good ones with the split. With the split compartments. Yes.
Mhm.
Right. This is stainless
Designed
steel.
for
It's
army.
not aluminum, folks. This is 1943 stainless from Dave's area, Ohio.
Mhm. Yep.
Made
Designed
by-
specifically for the MREs of that time because they were usually 3 portions.
Right.
You had a hot portion and 2 cold portions. That's why
Right.
there were 3 compartments.
And it used to work like this. Oops.
Yep.
You have your wet stuff and you have your bread and you whatever other stuff.
Liberty, you can buy them off of eBay, depending. Now, on eBay, I probably should just pull that up, unless you want to do it, Gil. If your computer system's hot, I will do it. Mine's not at the moment.
Yeah,
yeah, it's getting hot. I need to kill this other screen here.
Then I will.
But guess Al,
yep.
here we go. Stainless steel mess kit, $16, free shipping. Just 2 plates on it. Top and bottom.
Yeah, but that's Rothko. That's a Chinese company that nobody in the military would buy from.
Yeah.
I got this for $1 at our local thrift shop.
Okay. Here we go. 1967 original Vietnam one. No price on it.
Hold on, give me a second.
Gee, it kind of looks like mine.
It does list 1, 2, 3, 4. Sellers here. So they're not listing the price, but you can check other sellers here, and it says $25 for it.
Okay. Climb over. Bring me up, Scotty.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, like I said, folks, you can pick them up anywhere. The Czech one's
now.
pretty good.
If you go to eBay, you can find them from other nationalities as well.
Yep.
Some are really nice. They're kind of awesome, actually, from other countries. But that is my personal opinion. The Suburban mess kits, the only thing I don't like is some of the newer ones come with a plastic canteen, where the older ones are actually aluminum, which you don't want to put over a fire. Trust me, they melt. But you can see here, I do not have it organized in any particular fashion, but the Polish ones are nice, West German ones are nice, and of course our good old-fashioned military ones. And there's the good set right there. The older the set, the better. But that way you guys.
I know some people have talked about the green one you passed up there, the German one, because you can it fits on your belt and it's rounded a little bit.
This one.
Yeah, that one, it's rounded on the ones that's concaved, kind of like this, and just up against your hip and stuff, and you wear it on the belt.
Thanks, Martha. Yeah, I got this for $1 at the thrift store. I always go thrifting around.
Yeah, I was at mine today and it didn't have a dang thing. Okay, Lori, have a good night.
Night, Lori.
Night, Lori. Yeah, it's time to wrap this up. We've been up here for an hour.
Yep, everything's overheating.
So let me check one other thing here real quick. Drop that off. Come on, get down. There we go. Get this up. So Friday is going to be what's your focus for prepping, and we're going to talk about make sure your focus is right. Going to be talking about is your focus just on food? Is it on water? Is it on clothing? Is it on pew-pews? Is it on vehicles?
Well, part of that question should be a two-part question.
Okay.
Because in order to figure out where you're focusing, you need to figure out where you're at in your preps to begin with.
Yeah.
So where are you? And now what are you focusing on?
Yeah. And I've known some people that have been focusing on one thing from the very beginning, and they've been ignoring the other part of the preps. They're not well-rounded preps. They're very good in one area.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's just one area.
I have to warn people, Liberty Garden brought this up. If you have a double wall stainless steel canteen, make sure it's has a vent, because some of them are filled with nitrogen. And if you heat nitrogen in a campfire, you have a grenade. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So make sure it's vented. Yeah.
Any double wall, do not use it for carrying. Do not put it over fire, whether it's vented or not. Yeah. I would never put a double walled anything over a fire.
There's too much of a chance of a catastrophic failure.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. All righty. So
anybody is available tomorrow evening at like 9 Eastern, I will be going live. My topic is one that's almost never brought up by any other prepping channel. There's only one that brought it up, and it was like 4 years ago that I recall. I haven't
All
checked.
right. And
But
what's
it's on calories.
calories?
Yeah.
Yes,
we
good.
talking about prepping and food. Let's discuss what we're eating and make sure we're understanding why we're eating what we're eating.
Mhm.
Because you can eat not enough calories or too many calories. And I'm going to show you an app that I use to help me monitor my daily intake. That will be just as important in a grid down situation. So that's what I'm going to discuss tomorrow night at 9 Eastern.
Cool. All right. So that's 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Figure out your little times in between. That's Wednesday night. And that's at Southern Ohio Prepping. And if you're not subscribed to Dave, get over there and subscribe to him. Where is it here? Nope, wrong one. Bring up the other list. Sorry, I got a list here real quick here for it. And let's see. You're at what? 904?
No, I'm actually at 908 right now.
908. Whoo, good. All right, we need to get Dave to 1,000. And yeah, and so who else
So I
is
can
it?
become poor just like the rest of you.
Yeah. So, all righty, folks. We will catch you then, everybody, tomorrow night at 9 Eastern,